Hi, my name is Hanna Hrabarska. I'm a photographer and artist from Ukraine. In 2022, I fled the war together with my mother, and while being on the road, I started shooting a story of our trip from Ukraine towards many countries and how we arrived to the Netherlands. And when I started posting these pictures in my social media, I didn't expect that it's going to become something like project or anything. Literally, I didn't have anything in my mind. The feeling of the camera in my hands was giving me this sense of certainty. And it was the only one certainty that I had at the moment. So I was very passionate about capturing every single second of my mom's journey. But when I started posting it in social media, I got a big response from people from all around the world. After having many exhibitions and publications around the world with this work, I thought that the most logical shape of this project would be a book. So I started thinking who could help me with it, and I found an amazing collaborator, Edwin van Helder from Main Studio, and together with him we actually made this book happen. Even though this is my first photo book ever, I'm extremely proud of it and happy how it turned out. It was an amazing experience to make this book, and I learned so much through the process. And now I really want to introduce it to you in the best way possible. We implemented many amazing design ideas in this book, and every time I go through it, I'm always like amazed myself how cool it is sometimes. For example, I will give you one hint about how to look through this book. When you open it, you immediately are in a train, and you immediately invited to take this journey with us. And the pictures from the train are cut in two, so the photo starts on one page and finishes on the other page. And my mom's hand is always from this side, and your hand as a viewer, as a reader, is always in this side. So you literally participate in this journey. You're literally there with us. This image is one of the key images of the whole project, and this is a moment when we leave Ukraine, when we cross the border, and this is the last image I make of Ukraine from the taxi window, and I have a little text about it so you can read it. And to enhance this feeling of Ukraine left behind, we also placed the same photo but printed with a silver paint on the very first page. So depends on how you put it in front of the light, it can be more or less visible, so it becomes a ghost, like a memory, faded memory of Ukraine. The other thing that I really like about this book is the binding. And for example, we used green stitches because my mom always wears green. We used green material, literally green fabric, to bring this book together, to put these pages together. And in some photos, it can be a little bit like you would think that, oh, this is so intrusive. Green color in a book, but in fact it really worked amazing, because almost in every picture there is a green color that my mom wears, and she just loves green clothes. And where there is no green, there are green stitches. If you want to get to know my mother, you can look at pictures, but if you want to get to know me as well, you can also read the stories. I would recommend you to do both. It's a chronological story based on truthful documentation of our experience. And the second part is when we already settled down in Amsterdam, and it's more emotional. It's not chronological at all. It's based on our inner journey, our inner experience, because even when the physical journey stops, the inner journey doesn't. The book depicts 1 year of our life, and it starts in spring, but because of the context, obviously you don't really see the spring. So in the very end, I decided to give a viewer a little bit more spring, like an optimistic way, like a proper spring. I also included the pictures that my mom was shooting with her own phone. Depends on what you focus on. Your story can be absolutely different, and if I would be telling my story, it would be, chronological and very truthful. But if my mom tells a story, she's only focusing on birds, cats, etc., etc. And I thought it's important that, even though it's a documentary story, but it's a documentary diary. And the very last image of the book is actually the very first picture of the project, and it means that no matter what you see in the book, we are still on the journey. This book is my way to tell the stories that otherwise would not be told, and I will be extremely happy and grateful if you want to buy this book. You can Google my name together with the title and you will immediately find 10 websites where you can buy it.